Servus. It's your garden Stordinger from Munich again. Today I'm taking you treasure hunting. Not for gold, not for diamonds, but for plants most people just call weeds. They sprawl, they push out our favorite flowers, they make landscapers curse, and drive gardeners half mad. But guess what? Many of these green troublemakers are edible. Some even so tasty that gourmet chefs celebrate them as delicacies. From roots with cult status in Japan to blossoms called golden needles in China, these plants are true double-life artists. So get ready for invasives in Germany. These 12 you can actually eat, with danger levels ranging from harmless to final boss, plus tips on how to turn enemies into friends in your kitchen. Burdock, Arctium lappa, minus, danger level, low, the master of clinginess. Anyone who's walked through a meadow with a dog or a wool sweater knows the drama. Bam, covered in burrs. And that very principle inspired a Swiss tinkerer back in the 40s. That's how Velcro was invented. Ecologically, burdock is harmless, just annoying. But in the kitchen, a hidden gem? In Japan, the root is called gobo, so popular you'll find it in supermarkets right next to rice and soy sauce. Flavor, earthy, nutty, like salsify with attitude. Harvest the root in the first autumn when it's tender. Slice it, fry with soy sauce, or pickle sweet and sour. In soups, it adds depth, almost like a secret spice. In folk medicine, burdock was prized as a blood purifier against skin issues and even hair loss. Whether it worked or not, it sure tasted good. And if digging up roots feels like too much work, you can also steam the young leaves or roll them up as little veggie wraps. On your sweater, a nuisance. In your pot, a winner. Dame's rocket, Hesperis matronalis. Danger level, medium. The femme fatale of the perennial bed. Fragrant, charming, pretty, but with a double agenda. Native to southeastern Europe, it often masquerades as phlox and squeezes out native plants. Culinarily, though, it's a nice discovery. Young leaves taste like arugula, peppery, fresh, perfect for wild salads. The blossoms? A visual firework. Violet, delicate, vitamin-rich, best harvested in spring when the leaves are mild. Scatter the flowers on desserts, pure eye and taste delight. Once used against respiratory issues, today it's more about the wow effect on your plate. Bonus, it blooms especially strongly in the evening, perfect if you want to surprise your guests at a garden party. Canadian fleabane, Erigeron canadensis, danger level, medium, a true asphalt cowboy. Grows from cracks between cobblestones along train tracks, like it's got a subscription with the railway company. Imported from North America, now just about everywhere. Ecologically, it can push out other plants on open ground. But for us humans, it's got qualities. Young leaves and shoots are edible, slightly bitter, herbaceous, a bit like wild sage. Harvest before flowering. Otherwise, it turns bitter as cold coffee. The leaves can be brewed into tea, traditionally used for stomach troubles, or chop them into herb butter for a rustic, wild flavor. Among Native Americans, fleabane was valued not just as medicine, but also burned as incense to repel insects. And honestly, a weed that calms your stomach and keeps the bugs away deserves the name survival herb. Himalayan balsam, Impatiens glandulifera. Danger level, high. The clown among invasives. Pink blossoms look sweet until you touch a seed pod. Then, bam! They explode like confetti cannons. Fun? Yes. Ecologically? A problem. It overruns riverbanks and turns streams into monocultures. But its blossoms are edible, slightly sweet. And the seeds? Nutty, protein-rich, almost like mini pine nuts. Collect seeds in late summer, best in the morning when the pods are still sleepy. Otherwise, they'll pop away like rubber balls. Blossoms on desserts, seeds in muesli or bread. Suddenly this nuisance becomes a snack. Kids love it as a living water pistol. And for bees, despite all, it's a great nectar source. Once again, nature shows us there's never just black and white. Canadian goldenrod, Solidago canadensis gigantea, danger level high. A golden dream in late summer, Instagram heaven, ecological nightmare. Goldenrod spreads aggressively with rhizomes, covering entire meadows in yellow. But it does have upsides. Blossoms make a tea thought to strengthen kidneys. Young shoots can be cooked as veg, bitter but interesting. Harvest blossoms, fresh and dry them, perfect winter tea against colds. Young shoots, blanch, toss in butter, voila, invasive veggie. Even the ancient Germanic tribes knew goldenrod. They called it heath wound herb for healing wounds. Today, it's both an ornamental and a debate starter. Beautiful or bully? Japanese knotweed, Fallopia japonica. Danger level, extreme. The Chuck Norris of plants. Grows through asphalt, breaks walls, wrecks riverbanks. Once it's there forever. In the UK, its control costs millions. Property values plummet if knotweed is found nearby. But culinarily? A surprise. Young shoots taste like tangy rhubarb. In England they make knotweed crumble and chutney. Odd, but tasty. Only harvest very young shoots, 10 to 20 centimeters long. Older stems get woody. Cook them as compote, jam or crumble, a true forager's dare. This plant grows so fast you can practically watch it climb, up to 30 centimeters a day. So if you can't beat it, you might as well eat it. That's the motto of some English foragers. Giant hogweed, Heracleum mantagatianum. Danger level, extreme. Now it gets serious. A giant that actually harms humans. Its sap causes severe burns when exposed to sunlight. Ecologically, it shades out entire meadows and croplands. But in Eastern Europe, it's traditionally used. Young shoots and leaves pickled or fermented. Edible? Yes. Recommendable? Only for pros and only with full protective gear. If you're not an expert, keep your hands off. Its cousin, common hogweed, is harmless and edible. Once again, details matter when dealing with bears. Evening primrose, Onothera biennis. Danger level, low to medium. The night owl of plants. Blossoms open at dusk, glowing yellow, smelling sweet, almost like a summer romance in flower form. It spreads, yes, but without too much drama. Culinarily, versatile. The root, called ham root, is mild and sweet. Blossoms are edible and the seeds produce evening primrose oil. Harvest roots in the first year when tender. Older roots toughen up like old boots. Seeds can be sprinkled on muesli, a wellness food straight from the garden. Introduced to Europe in the 1600s, it was celebrated as the evening flower. Today it's a symbol of hope, and of lateness, since its blossoms open only at nightfall. Wild garlic/field garlic, Allium vineale/oleraceum. Danger level, low. Step across a meadow, suddenly it smells like a pizzeria. This wild garlic pops up everywhere. Meadows, fields, roadsides. Ecologically harmless, but farmers hate it. Cows eating it give garlic-flavored milk. For us humans, a free gift. Leaves, bulbs, bulbils, all edible. Harvest young leaves in spring for garlic butter. Dig bulbs in summer for pesto or soups. It's like a free Italian holiday right by the roadside. Already in medieval times it was used as flavor and even as a charm against evil spirits. Whether it worked or not, it always tasted good. Daylily, Hemeracalis fulva. Danger level, low to medium. The diva of the garden bed. Orange blossoms, robust, easy care, sometimes even invasive. Ecologically not the worst, but in the kitchen. A star. Its buds and blossoms are edible. In China, dried buds, golden needles, are indispensable. Fresh, they taste crunchy sweet like sugar snap peas with flair. Harvest buds early morning before they open. That's when they're crunchy and flavorful. Fun fact, in Asia, daylilies symbolize transience, because each flower lasts just one day. But dried buds last forever. A perfect case of fleeting beauty saved for eternity, in the cooking pot. Field pennycress, Thalaspiarvens. Danger level, very low. Unimpressive, often overlooked, until you taste the seeds. They're fiery, spicy like mustard or cress, once used as poor man's pepper. Today, high-end cuisine rediscovers it. A few seeds over salad or cheese, and you've got a flavor bomb. Collect seed pods after flowering, dry and grind. Voila, a seasoning with history. In folk tradition it was called farmer's pepper. In the Middle Ages, when money was tight, pennycress brought the heat. Jerusalem artichoke, Helianthus tuberosus. Danger level, medium. Our joker at the end, Jerusalem artichoke. Brought to Europe in the 1600s, once rivaled the potato. Today, a winter veg comeback star, but also a spreader that takes over beds. The tubers? Sweet, nutty, delicious in soups, chips, or roasts. But beware, best plant with root barriers. Otherwise your lawn becomes a Jerusalem artichoke farm. Harvest from fall to spring, store like potatoes, or use fresh. Raw though, they can cause a belly concert for some. In 17th century France they were so popular they rivaled potatoes, until people realized the gassy side effect. Today, they're back as a trendy superfood. So, That was our tour through 12 edible invasives. From sticky burdock to the final boss knotweed, we've seen some harmless, some real troublemakers. But the kitchen shows us, even the worst nuisances can be turned into something valuable. Weed? Maybe. Dinner? Definitely. And if this topic excites you, check out my video 15 perennial vegetables you only plant once. More green treasures that keep giving year after year with almost no effort. Now my question to you, which would you try? Are you team knotweed crumble or team goldenrod tea? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget, hit subscribe, ring the bell, or the next wild garden adventure might escape you. Till then, have fun marveling, gathering, and tasting. Your garden Stordinger says, service and stay wild. Thanks for watching.